Episode 34. The Trial of the Fang. The jungle exhaled a humid dawn, its canopy dripping with mist as Kane Voss stood at the edge of a sacred clearing, the air thick with Verdant's pulse. The trial ground was a natural arena, ringed by towering fungal spires and glowing vines that pulsed like veins, their bioluminescent sap casting an eerie green glow. Jagged stones, etched with ancient spirals, formed a loose circle around a sunken pit, its floor a tangle of roots and mud, shimmering with flows of venomous sap. The tribal drums thrummed, a low heartbeat, as 24 hunters lined the perimeter, their skull masks glinting, bone spears gripped tight, their painted bodies blended with the jungle, eyes sharp with judgment. Kaelira. Windstrider stood at the pit's edge, her lean frame a pillar of fierce grace, raven braids swaying, amber eyes piercing Kane. Beside her, Shaman Eldric leaned on his crystal-tipped staff, his luminous eyes unreadable, his scarred face grim under the dawn's pallor. The four elders sat on stone slabs, their robes rustling, talismans clinking as they whispered prayers to the Star Mothers. Kane's team, Sadie Hall, Dr. Aldus Wellington, Zara Rain, and Rook Tanner, stood caged at the clearing's edge, vine shackles loose, but guarded by spear-wielding hunters. Sadie's sharp cheekbones were set in worry, her dark eyes locked on Kane. Aldus clutched his datapad, stooped but resolute. Zara's scarred jaw was tight, her mauled arm bandaged. Rook's quick gestures betrayed restless defiance. Kaelira's voice cut through the drums, resonant and unyielding, laced with Earthward's feral lilt. Kane Voss, marked by Verithol, you face the trial of the Fang. 3 tests to prove your heart, mind, and blood. The Star Mothers watch, and the jungle judges. Survive, and you walk free, guided to Jinx. Fail, and Verdant claims your bones. Step into the pit. Kane's scarred cheek twitched, his wiry frame taut, dark eyes steady despite the venom burn still stinging his skin. His tactical vest was torn, shock knife sheathed at his hip, rail pistol confiscated by the tribe. He nodded, stepping into the pit, boots sinking into the muddy roots, the sap's acrid stench clawing his throat. The crowd hushed, the drums slowing to a ritual pulse, as Eldric raised his staff, its crystal flaring. The first test, the heart of the wind, Eldric intoned, his gravelly voice a chant. Face your shadow, speak its truth, or be lost to its weight. A hunter tossed a small carved bone into the pit, its surface etched with glowing runes. As it struck the mud, a shimmer rippled upward, coalescing into a spectral figure. Kane's own face, but hollow, eyes black as voids, mouth twisted in a sneer. The shadow spoke, its voice Kane's but laced with venom, echoing his deepest fears. You're nothing, Voss. A slum rat, running from ghosts. Your old man's blood, Sadie's hate, the lives you've burned. You'll fail them all, drag them to ruin, like always. Kane's gut twisted, the words slicing deeper than claws. The shadow loomed, its form shifting, his father's drunken scowl, Sadie's tear-streaked fury from a decade ago, Nyx's bloodied corpse. The crowd's eyes bore into him, Sadie's gaze, a distant anchor. His breath hitched, doubt clawing his chest, but he forced his voice steady, rough with Freeland grit. You're me, but you ain't all of me. I've fucked up, yeah, left scars, lost people. But I'm here, fighting for something bigger. I'm done running. The shadow laughed, a hollow rasp, and lunged, its form dissolving into a wave of black mist that enveloped Kane. His vision blurred, memories flooding. His father's death, Sadie's departure, the heist that burned his slums. Each stung, threatening to drown him, but he clenched his fists, jaw tight, willing the pain into fuel. I choose them, he growled, voice breaking. Sadie, Aldus, Rook, Zara. I fight for them, not you. The mist recoiled, shrieking, and faded, leaving Kane gasping, sweat dripping, heart pounding. The bone in the mud cracked, its runes dimming. Eldric nodded, his luminous eyes glinting. The heart endures. Now. the mind of the stone. The second test began as hunters dragged a stone slab into the pit, its surface carved with a labyrinth of glyphs, spirals, stars, and jagged lines, a puzzle older than the ASI's. Kaelira spoke, her voice a whip. Solve the path of the sky. Align the stars to the First People's song, or the pit claims you. Kane crouched, his mind racing, the glyphs a chaotic blur. His slum-honed instinct screamed for patterns, but the symbols defied logic. Mayan, Sumerian, Quileute, a fusion of ancient tongues. The sap pools hissed, creeping closer, their venom steaming as they sensed his hesitation. Sadie's voice echoed in his mind, her lectures on ruins, her passion for lost codes. He traced a spiral, fingers trembling, connecting it to a star glyph, then a wolf's eye. Minutes bled away, the sap lapping at his boots, burning through leather. The crowd's murmurs grew, Aldus's weathered face taut with hope. A memory sparked, Sadie's sketch of Chichen Itza's alignments, stars guiding sacrifices. Kane's fingers moved faster, aligning 3 star glyphs to a central spiral, muttering, "Sky to earth, blood to balance." The slab hummed, its glyphs glowing, but one remained dark, a jagged line, unconnected. The sap surged, inches from his knees, its heat searing. His mind blanked, panic rising, but he forced a breath, picturing Sadie's fierce eyes. "Think. Damn it," he hissed, and traced the line to a hidden rune beneath the mud. A crescent moon. He pressed it, and the slab flared, glyphs locking, the sap retreating with a hiss. Kane staggered back, chest heaving. The crowd, silent. Eldric's staff tapped, his voice grave. The mind prevails. Now, the blood of the Fang. The final test erupted without warning. The pit's roots parted, revealing a tunnel from which a bioengineered beast lunged. A jungle viper, 10 feet long, its scaled body thick as a man's thigh, eyes like burning coals. Its fangs, curved and venom dripping, gleamed, its tail rattling with bone spikes. The crowd gasped, hunters gripping spears, as the viper coiled, hissing, its strike a blur aimed at Kane's chest. He dove, rolling through mud, the fangs grazing his vest, venom sizzling on fabric. His shock knife flashed, slashing the viper's flank, but the blade barely scratched its scales. The beast whipped its tail, bone spikes slashing Kane's thigh, blood welling as he stumbled. Pain flared, his vision swimming, but he scrambled up, dodging another strike that splintered a root. The viper's speed was relentless, its coils tightening the pit's confines, sap pools limiting his moves. Zara's normally disciplined voice screamed in panic. "Strike soft points! Stay fluid!" He ducked a lunge, diving beneath the viper's arc, and jammed his knife into its underbelly, twisting hard. The beast shrieked, thrashing, but its coils trapped him, squeezing his ribs, air crushed from his lungs. Kane's strength faded, bones creaking, the viper's fangs inches from his throat. Sadie's scream pierced the haze. "Kane, fight!" And Rook's slum drawl, "Don't quit, you bastard!" His vision darkened, but his will surged. A fire born of Freeland's slums, of every heist survived, every loss endured. With a primal roar, he drove his knife deeper, tearing through sinew, and yanked a loose stone from the pit, smashing it into the viper's eye. The beast convulsed, its grip loosening, and Kane rolled free, gasping, blood and mud caking his frame. The viper lunged one last time, weaker, and Kane met it head-on, driving the stone into its other eye, blinding it. The beast collapsed, twitching, its rattle fading. Kane fell to his knees, blood streaming from his thigh, chest heaving, every muscle screaming. The pit was a slaughterhouse, mud, venom, and gore. But he was alive. The drum stopped. The crowd stood frozen, hunters' spears lowered, elders' eyes wide. Kaelira stepped forward, her amber eyes blazing with respect, her voice soft but commanding. "Kane Voss, you've faced the heart, mind, and blood. The Star Mothers see you. The jungle spares you. You pass the trial of the Fang. Eldric's luminous eyes softened, a rare smile creasing his scars. Varethul's mark was true. Your will bends the cycle, Seeker. Kane rose, staggering, his wiry frame trembling but unbowed. The hunters parted, and his team was freed, rushing to him. Sadie's arms wrapped around him, her lean frame trembling, dark eyes wet with relief. "You damn fool," she whispered, her drawl warm. Aldus clapped his shoulder, stooped frame steady, while Zara nodded, her scarred jaw tight with approval. Rook grinned, quick hands tossing Kane a rag. "Knew you'd pull through, slum rat." Kaelira addressed the group, her voice carrying over the clearing. "You are free, outsiders. The tribe honors your truth. 3 of our hunters, Talrin, Vera, and Korath, will guide you to Jinx, deep in the jungle's heart, where he walks with our kin. They will protect you. Show the way. Go with the Star Mother's grace." The hunter stepped forward. Talrin, tall and sinewy, his bone spear etched with stars. Vera, wiry and silent, her vine whip coiled. Korath, broad and scarred, his skull mask painted red. They nodded to Kane, their eyes wary, but bound by Kaelira's word. Eldric raised his staff, its crystal flaring. "The dance of the ages calls. Find Jinx, seek the device, guard the light, the Skelot stir, and time phrase." Kane wiped blood from his scarred cheek, his dark eyes meeting Sadie's, then Aldus's, Zara's, Rook's. The trial's weight lingered, a spiritual fire kindling his resolve. The jungle loomed, its pulse a promise of Jinx and the core's distant spark. With 3 hunters at their side, the team stepped into the verdant dark, the path to salvation, or ruin, stretching taut before them.